Missions is the absolute adventure. So the word is adventurous.
Welcome to another Youth and Missions program. I'm standing here outside of Layman Ministries' new mission headquarters in the town of Mamburao in the island of Mindoro in the northern part of the Philippines. In this program, we're going to be interviewing young people that have been coming over with the Layman Ministries Youth and Missions program. A lot of these young people, or most all of these young people, go out into the far western side of the island of Mindoro and are working in the villages teaching school. Of course, one of the reasons we're putting this video together is because we're hoping that maybe you might want to get interested in missions and like to come over and participate in a project like this, or maybe some other project with some other organization. But it's been just a tremendous blessing to see how these young people interact with the native people in this remote part of this island and the results of that interaction upon the young people. And when they get done with their mission service, the excitement that they have and how most of them want to stay here or come back next year. In fact, some of the young people this year are actually coming back next year and teach a second year. One of the questions that we asked some of the young people is, why did you want to come here in the first place and teach in a remote jungle village with Layman Ministries? Their answers were very interesting.
My name is Joel Marshall and I'm 26 and I live on the Gold Coast in Australia.
Hi, my name's Trina. I'm student missionary here in Penitbayanan. I'm 19 years old, physical therapy major at college, and I just took a year off to do something a little different, and I'm enjoying it.
I really did not have a clue of where I wanted to work, and the website just said, where do you want to work in the world? And I just put down some random country and got an email back saying we don't work in that country.
Okay, my name is Kelsey Nelson and I'm from California. I work as a teacher missionary in Penitbayanan.
They recommended the Philippines and I was happy to come here.
I've known about Layman Ministries for quite a long time, but I never even imagined coming here and working.
My name is Leroy Aaron Abrahams. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm 18 years old. I work in the village of Agbaliti.
Honestly, when I came, someone had told me, oh, you'll probably be living in like a hut house made out of native materials, dirt floor. And so when I came to the village, I'm like, wow, they have like flowers here, and like on the walkway it's like decorated kind of, and like I came to the house, I'm like, whoa, cement floor. So I was kind of like in reverse, like, oh, okay, it's better than I thought. So it really wasn't that bad for me. And then there's little things, like you get used to kind of washing your clothes by hand and, oh man, the stain is really bad, you know, like, is it really worth it sometimes? Like, okay, I'll scrub some more, But it's really, like, after a month or so, you kind of get used to it. It's just normal, like everyone else is that way, and if they can do it, you can.
I had gone to the General Youth Conference in Baltimore, Maryland, and picked up a DVD by Layman Ministries and watched it several times, but it never really sunk into me that I could do that. But I pulled it out again and I watched it with my family, and my mom said, oh, so your friend's going? And I said, yeah, she's deciding to send in her application. And my mom kind of said, well, would you like to go? And I said, well, yeah, I think that would be really neat.
I was homeschooling the last 6 months between January of '07 and May to finish up my high school years. And I was thinking about getting involved with some kind of mission. So at first I was thinking of extreme mission, but on Hope Channel, Layman Ministries has a little show that kind of discusses some of the activities taking place here in the Philippines. So my mother convinced me to just send an application to be a teacher here. So I sent my application, and a little bit later I was wondering what became of it, because I did not see or hear of any reply. And so I called Jeff, and he said, oh, Leroy, we kind of put your application on the back burner because you said you wanted to go like 6 months from now, like next January. He said, but if you want to, we're sending out a group of missionaries in a few days, in a few weeks, because at the time it was like almost May, around the time when the first missionaries are about to come to the villages. So I said, oh, that's interesting. Like, well, maybe I won't be able to come in by mid-May, but I would like to come maybe in June sometime. I said, okay, well, we're also considering 2 other student missionaries as well.
So I got online and printed out an application and sent it in right about the same time as my friend did. And we were both in between high school and college trying to decide what we were going to do next. And we waited and we talked, and pretty soon we heard back from Layman Ministries, and the process started from there.
First time that I found out about Layman's Ministries was through satellite TV, watching 3ABN, and I just saw Jeff in the interviews that he was doing, and just the ministry. And when I started to get interested in doing missionary work, they popped into my mind as an organization that I could contact. And so I looked on the website and just applied, and that's basically how I came to be here.
I heard about Layman's Ministries from my school and the missions department. I just stepped out there and I was like, okay, what is there to do? I want to do something different. I want to learn about a different culture. I want to go see what God can do with me. I want to be more useful. I want to go to somewhere where Christianity isn't all that prevalent, just to see what it's like. In America, it's so easy to get focused on a Christian world and converting maybe to Adventism, to Baptist, to this, to that. But here it's different. Like, they're just people with superstitious beliefs and different backgrounds that is totally different. I wanted to see what it's like, and it makes God more real to me to be here and to explain to some of these kids for the first time some of the Bible stories that they just never heard before. And when it becomes more real to them, it becomes more real to me too. And it's an unforgettable experience being here, and I really enjoy it.
Being here in the Philippines really helps you break out of your shell. Helps you do things that you would never imagine that you would do.
When I first came to the village and we got off the boat, there was a lot of students, not a real lot of students, but there was some students there to meet us and some of the teachers. And I remember being introduced to people, and I was told my roommate was going to be Venus. And I had no idea really what she looked like or anything. And as I was shaking people's hands, I met a girl named Venus. And for some reason, the first thought that came to my mind is this is one of my students, because she just looked like a student to me. And then I got introduced to some of the other people, and then it hit me. That was my roommate's name. So I went back and I said, hi, my name's Kelsey. And said, oh, it's good to meet you. And we walked back to our house. And well, this is my hut. Not really a hut, but this is my hut. This is my room here in the front. It wasn't supposed to be a room, it was supposed to be a classroom. But since my roommate and I moved in, we said, why cram ourselves in one room? So this is my room here. And this is down the hall, my roommate's room. That's Venus. This is my small kitchen. Usually we use gasol, but we're out right now, so we cook outside on charcoal. And this is our CR, which is almost as big as our bedroom, which is nice. You have to collect your own water, but we have a hose and we just fill it up.
So now what's this whole mess right here?
This is our electricity, this is our solar, our battery, our lights, everything, all the wires. Yeah, and it's pretty good right now.
Well, this is what we call the dirty kitchen. We just straighten it up a little bit. It's where I make my rice and stuff sometimes.
Have you eaten much burnt rice?
Yeah, sometimes I forget. I almost burned my rice this morning. I just came just in time. The edges just got burnt. But
what's the sound on your roof?
A monkey. Yeah.
What?
Pet monkey. Yeah. If you're not careful, if they let him go, he'll raid my house.
You've had the monkey get in your house?
Yeah, he tears up everything.
Actually, a pretty clean place.
Yeah, I try to keep it clean.
Where do you actually cook in here? Do you have like a propane cooker?
Yeah, Charcoal. No, I mean, yeah, propane.
They call it gas here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's this
Gas.
here?
Some garlic and onions. It's part of our main seasonings.
You eat a lot of garlic?
Not really. Sometimes I order too much. I think I did this time. I brought out the onions quicker than the garlic.
What do you mean you order garlic? I mean, you have like a delivery system here or something? You just order whatever you want?
Not really. We order what's available in Marlborough. We have to text our order by cell phone. And once the boat arrives, so we have to carry our supplies ashore, take them to our huts or our dwellings or whatever. And the air mattress. Both sides air mattress right here.
Do you have problems with mosquitoes here?
Sometimes if it's rainy, the mosquitoes are pretty bad. But now it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've woken up with a bunch of bumps and stuff on my face.
How about the knickknacks? Have you ever had those?
Yeah, those are pretty bad also. They're especially bad just after it rains. They get really thick. They're so small, but they really pack a punch.
And you, like the rest of the teachers here, you have your room actually built right onto the classroom? So your classroom's right out the door of your house, huh?
Yeah, it's just attached. So
that's convenient. In the morning, if you're really tired, you just stumble out into class?
Oh, no. Maybe once if I'm sick and stuff. I try to get ready beforehand.
But every morning I notice too that you're doing like worship together as a group here. How long have you been doing that here in the village?
Well, we've been doing it since I've come here. Yeah.
Good.
It's really nice. It really promotes unity among us as teachers.
Okay, Leroy, we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty dirty here. Show me your bathroom.
Okay.
Explain to me a little bit about your CR, what they call a comfort room.
Okay. This is the CR. It's very simple. Where you use the bathroom or leave your soap at the same time you take a bath.
How do you take a bath here?
This is the stepper.
I don't see a shower head.
Oh no, there's no shower head. You this cold water, dump it on your head.
The first time you did that, was it like, what kind of experience?
It was very miserable. I was very hesitant. Yeah, it was very difficult for me. But I just got used to it.
It starts your day out now, right? It like shocks you into a wake situation.
Yeah, it's kind of a chilling experience, but yeah, I kind of like it now since it's pretty hot outside. It's nice to get some cool water, but before, especially if it's really rainy, and sometimes it gets a little cool, and then plus to take a bath like this, it's really rough.
Every year when young people come here, they always have some kind of really funny and interesting thing that happens to them, such as what happened in this situation.
So I remember when I first came, I used to be really afraid of snakes. And my house had plenty of them. Had more snakes, had so many. They started out maybe really small, but then they range from anywhere from like 1 foot to 3 feet or so. There was one instance where I was using the CR. The toilet is pretty low, and so as I was sitting down, I looked up. I saw there's a snake coming through the Coogan roof. I was like, oh no. I was quite alarmed, just sitting up, oh no, a snake! And so I ran out, and I called once again my friendly neighbor, Sir Frank, to come over, and he insisted that we use a stick to get the snake. But by the time we got the stick, the snake went through the house.
Ma'am and Mom, they haven't quite perfected yet. We're working with it. There's a few students who do say ma'am, but the others laugh at them because they're so used to mom, mom, mom. They've been saying it forever. And even other coworkers, a lot of times they say mom instead of ma'am. But I don't know, you get used to it. And some of them, once they hear it, like, once they know that they should be saying ma'am, they're like, oh, that's so funny. And sometimes it's really weird because they'll be like, mom, 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 me, mom, me, mom, me. And pretty soon it sounds like mommy. And like, no, 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 don't call me mommy. Like, ma'am is enough. But yeah.
Some of the other things that stand out are when I try and do things that they do, like go to the village and pound rice. And I start pounding rice, and one of the fathers will come over and say, oh, you're a kinder student. Your pounding is like kinder. And the kids laugh, and yeah, I've never pounded rice before, but just to let them see me experience new things, and that I don't do so well the first time either. It's just fun to be with them and experience things they do every day.
With most of the young people that have come here, we've seen that being involved with mission service has been a tremendous boost for them spiritually. We asked some of the young student missionaries, how did they see God working in their life through some of the experience that they had teaching this school year?
Trusting in God, that's the only thing. It's mainly just trust in God. God becomes real to you here. And that's the major thing you can learn from this experience, that you may not feel like you have the capability, you may not feel like you have the strength, but once you come out here, once you meet the kids, once you look into their eyes, it just seems like the ideas just come, that God just works with you. It's really matured me in ways that's really kind of difficult to express.
I think it's driven me more to depend on God. Like before, God's there. Now, you have to have God. Like, you're always doing things that you don't really expect to be doing. Oh, by the way, you're giving the sermon today. Like, it's okay. Like, you can do it. If you're having like a personal relationship with God, you can just share with others in a plain, simple way. Like, this is what God's doing. It doesn't have to be like, okay, here's my 3 points and here's a report and, this is a doctrinally approach. And it's all about being a friend with the students, with God, with the people around you. And I don't know, that's what's made the difference for me.
The kids were just very forgiving and very loving. I was so surprised, hugs every day. And I taught them for 2 months, and we had a rotation of teachers, and I got switched to another grade, 2nd grade, and definitely it was a lot different than teaching the kinder. The kinder were just learning to read versus the 2nd graders, they already can read, and it's pretty easy to talk to them in English.
I'd like you to meet some of my friends here. This is Rachel. She is a Kinder 2 student, and she is a very good friend to me. She always gives me hugs, and yeah, she's very special. What else have we got here? Another one, this is Rachel, and she is also a Kinder student.
When you say kinder student, what do you mean exactly?
It means that they're
like 1st grade?
not doing any periodical testing or anything like that. It's just sort of more informal teaching. Yeah, more.
It's like a kindergarten or like pre-1st grade, or is it actually 1st grade?
It's not 1st grade.
Okay,
No,
it's like kindergarten then, like called them a kinder.
Yeah.
Okay, you got any other girls here you want to introduce?
Yeah, we got Maji over here. Maji. And this one is Jian, and they're all kinder. They give me my morning love and affection.
Yeah.
Some of them are studying to do periodical tests, and the others just continuing on doing their normal studying. Yeah.
So which ones here are getting ready for taking their tests?
2 students. We have Bernie, he's grade 3, and Jamel, grade 4.
And then the other students are just continuing on with their
Yeah.
the regular curriculum?
Yes. And one student is finished, so he's my assistant teacher. You tell me, is it positive, comparative, or superlative? Okay. Biggest. Cleaner. Yes. More beautiful. Comparative.
Right now we're here in Idaho at our house at the property at Lehman Ministries, and this week we've been holding a Youth in Missions boot camp. We have a group of young people here that are getting training because this next Sunday they're hopping on an airplane and they're going for a little over 10 months to the Philippines. So we've been teaching them about everything from how to purchase their supplies, about cross-cultural ministry, interfacing with Tagalog and Katatubo people, the native and the majority people over there, about how to wash clothes in a tub, how to prepare food, basically preparing them to be able to step into that environment and not have so much culture shock like what we've seen happen in the past. We have also Kelsey and Janessa here. Kelsey was over there last year and Janessa was there last year, and so they're helping share some of their things about how to work in the classroom and such. My daughter's leading out. She's been over there for 3.5 years. My wife is helping leading out, and I'm teaching some of the classes here. We're here with some of the young people at the boot camp here at Lehman Ministries, and I'd like to have them introduce themselves so you can know who they are. And Robert, why don't you start?
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Berrien Springs, Michigan.
I'm Julia. I'm 21. I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
My name is Lindsay Charlton. I'm 17 and I'm from Helena, Montana.
I'm Janessa and I'm from Colorado and I'm 20.
Hi, my name's Kelsey. I'm from California and I'm 20 also.
So far with the boot camp, what have you been learning while you've been here? What's been happening? Robert, what have you learned so far at boot camp?
I'm going to say, like...
Take two.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. I can't think.
Okay, Julia.
Julia, go to Julia first.
What have you learned so far here while you've been at boot camp?
Here at the Lehman Ministries boot camp, we've learned a lot about the foods we'll be eating, how to prepare those foods, and some of the difficulties that we'll face while we're there.
Do you have any apprehensions about going there? I mean, are you
Not
afraid?
a one. It'll be great.
You serious?
No, I'm scared.
No. This is like virtual television, you know. It's like we're going to get these young people here before they go. They're going through this training and they're getting all geared up to go. And they're not afraid to go, as she was just saying. But we're going to go to the Philippines in a few months and we're going to videotape them while they're over there. We're going to see if the story changes or if it really does turn out to be successful. And then when they come back, we'll get some more video footage to share with you about their experience. So, Robert, what have you learned so far at boot camp?
Well, I've learned more about spirituality, how to keep, a connection with the Lord, because in the Philippines it's going to be kind of crazy there and everyone's distracted and everything like that, but as long as you keep connected with God, things work out. And
are you afraid of, like, the snakes or the bugs or any of that kind of stuff that we've talked about? Or?
Not at all, really. I'm looking forward to, chopping some of them up. Like, yeah, just get rid of them, but, no.
How about you, Lindsay? What have you learned so far while you've been here?
Well, we've learned about the different cultural differences and just different cultures and how the Filipinos are and the way they say yes and no and how we should just approach them and not being so forward anymore and just respect the way they do things instead of just coming right out and hi,
Do you have any apprehensions?
Yeah, I have a couple apprehensions about my cooking abilities. Not so much on that level.
Janessa?
Yeah.
What have you learned so far here at boot camp? What kind of things have been impressed on your mind?
And
you've been to the Philippines before, so I mean, this is kind of like second right time around for you.
Yeah. I think mainly culture things that I didn't know about, like you said about sitting down with them and not saying anything.
What do you mean, sitting down with them and not saying anything? I mean, you're there to be a missionary. You're just going to go down and sit with these people and not say anything?
Well, that's part of their culture, I guess.
Uh-huh.
You explain it better than me, though.
To bond with them.
Yeah, just so they feel like you trust them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning how much fun it is to watch young people get excited about going there. I mean, there weren't cameras around when I was getting ready to go, and I can tell you I was really excited. But seeing these people, and they're like, "Wow, I'm going to be doing that!" And I'm like, "Yes, you are." It's a lot of fun for me, and I'm enjoying the joy that these kids have. So.
It's really important to understand that Julia just stepped on an ant and she almost freaked, and she's going to the Philippines. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
The dead ant.
How about you, Julia? You kind of already been on your own, right? So this is not going to be that big of a thing, like being separated from family and stuff as much? Or?
No, it'll be difficult because there's not another American person to kind of relate with and talk to. So
at least in your village at this point.
Not in my village, yeah. I mean, it's great to have companionship here and meet the people you'll be working with. But it's definitely going to be difficult. It's not like just living on your own. It's going around the world in another country. So it'll be difficult.
How about for you?
I think it'll be a time of adjustment, and I think once I get past that, I have all these kids and it's so hot out and it's raining, and so I think once I get into it, and I'll start enjoying it a lot more, and I won't want to come back.
Well, the truth is we'll find out if everything that they said will come to pass or not, or whether it's true or not true. That's part of reality television.
My time here has been life-changing. This is the last day, I guess. It's all over. Closing ceremony is finished. We've had our last time at the river, so it's about time to go, I guess. And I have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, I'm excited to go home and stuff since I haven't been to the States almost 10 months now. On the other hand, I'm really sad because I know that I'll really miss my co-workers, I'll really miss my students, and I'll really miss all the things I've gotten to do here.
Good morning, Wally. Ooh, just a few days ago, I found out that one of my students had a new sister, new brother actually, and the parents decided to name him after me.
Hi.
If you'd like to get an application or be involved in any way, contact Layman Ministries at www.lmn.org. And if you want to see some exciting video clips and other interviews with young people that are live from the Philippines, go to our website and click on the little link on the top that says Layman Ministries Philippines. And you can see video streaming there and testimonies of young people that have been coming over and being involved with this project. We have a lot of young people that come from different countries, Australia, we've had young people that have come from Europe, and then of course America. It's really a multicultural program, and you would be tremendously blessed to be able to come here and spend some time. Also, you can write us at Layman Ministries, 414 Zapata Road, St. Mary's, Idaho, 83861, or if you're in the United States, you can call us on our toll-free number at 1-800-245-1844, or you can email us off our website. On the website, you can also find applications by going to Missionary Opportunities and clicking on that link, and you'll find PDF files that you can download, and you can email or send in your application to Layman Ministries so you too can get involved with Layman Ministries Youth and Missions Program.